Wild.
Okay. Hit it. I did last time.
No, Mr. Sisters, we're here. We're not queer. All right, we're getting right into it. Here we go. Makeup. This one was asking about it.
A makeup tutorial.
A makeup tutorial about somebody who doesn't wear makeup. No, I just saw this. One of my K-pop ladies.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes.
They would know. They know. They know.
Well, no,
stuff.
I don't even know. She's got to be partially Korean. I don't know.
It was at this point that she knew it was going to be one of those recordings.
I like her, whatever. But she's saying for women in their older age. But I think she's probably. But she said that she was watching somebody and they said that you have to go like this with something long, not a knife, but this is what I had right here.
It's an envelope opener.
So you go next to your nose and you go straight up. And that's where your eyebrow should start. Okay.
So something long.
Okay, something long. You go next to your nose and straight up. No, straight, not diagonal.
My nose goes diagonal. This is my problem.
Apparently mine does too.
Like straight.
She didn't say that. She maybe has a straighter nose.
This is the moron test, and they are doing just fine.
Whatever it is. So that's where it starts.
Let's do the cop test. All right.
That's where it starts. And then you're supposed to go like this. And from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye is where the eyebrow is supposed to stop. And then there was something about, I think it was like this. And that's where your blush goes. But you're not supposed to go below this.
See, I think I do it all wrong.
Thank God there's mirrors, because I would have been like this, like
again, education has not helped me at all. Like I went to 12 years of schooling.
Not on makeup.
No, but why don't they give the girls? We take home ec. Did you get it?
Well, they give you a period.
No, I didn't get a period class.
You didn't get a period class? I don't think
it was Catholic school.
That's true.
The nuns don't have periods.
It's not like they insert the tampon or show you how to do that, but they have
it's on the box.
You need to wash yourself. Boys need to wash themselves, and they do the whole boys need more sheets. That was public school.
Because who's a dirty sheet slitter?
I'd be the boy. Anyway, so that was my makeup tutorial, and I'm not even sure of it all.
I really just said it because I think I do mine wrong. Like somebody gave me a contour thing, and so I try to use it. Oh, I just mess up. It's just stupid. It's just stupid.
I use all of my palettes.
Summer
they sit
is coming.
in my drawer, and I can put things on top of them.
Summer is here. I need a day at the beach.
Day at the beach.
And then all I need is like a little like.
I need a day at the beach so that my dark spots come in nice and thick. And then I get my discolored mustache from all those years using birth control. Because Lord knows I'm not on it now.
No, somewhere, somehow. And a lot of, probably 60, 70% of my makeup is literally the stuff your kids don't want anymore. So, but
it's all my makeup. And my stuff from the 90s.
I know, right? Oh my God, I opened something and I went, I don't know how old. Oh, how old that is. But
I have MAC lipstick from when they first opened. You tell me what year that was.
They don't make makeup
or 90.
They don't make makeup like they used to. Yeah. That's probably all arsenic in it.
It's mercury, lead.
But so I had these is to take dark patches away. Oh. Except they're like this big. The patch is like this big, and I was like, is that for freckles? Because it's not for dark spots. You know, so I don't know. We'll see. I haven't opened it yet. I just looked at the package and I went,
well, maybe you can put them next to each other. Just that's why I wonder with those pimple patches. I love the kids that have like a million stars on their face, and you're like, okay, time for some topical.
They're enthusiastic. Maybe they just like it. Maybe they just really like it.
Now everybody's putting on the nicotine patches for.
No. I respect those people. I want to try it.
I want to try it too.
I do want to try it.
Maybe that's one of our next
time.
We'll put them on the next episodes, and then we'll.
I don't know.
will
A
vlog.
PSA,
on
no
how
self-respecting
how-
person
Do they
should
have
waste
caffeine?
another
That's
moment
what I'm
on this
wondering,
video.
because, okay,
It does not
Caffeine.
get any
I want
better.
caffeine patches.
I went to the
Just
Dutch
tired of
Brothers.
drinking.
The Dutch Brothers and ordered myself a 911, which is what sounded good to me.
Those girls could be more adorable.
They are adorable.
I could
And
adopt them.
so good customer service, Dutch Brothers. Good.
Well done.
I was gonna say casting.
Good. No, it's casting.
All right.
It's like nursing. Hire nurses. It's really just casting.
Okay. So the girl looked at me when I ordered a large 911, and she goes, "Are you gonna have trouble sleeping on that?" And
What time was it? 10 o'clock?
it was midday. It was like
Yeah.
maybe 3 in the afternoon. And I looked at her like, like I didn't understand. And she goes, "My dad drinks a small one before he pumps iron. And it's just got 6 shots of espresso."
Because when
that,
he
right?
wants when he has his massive coronary, we'd like it just to go fast.
To be at LA Fitness. But I don't think caffeine affects most people. Like I go to sleep on it.
Me too.
The more caffeine, like my kids won't
Yeah.
give me, if they want me awake, they don't give me espresso.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because we're Polish.
I don't know, but Benadryl works opposite on my kid. And to tell you the truth, I don't really know how Benadryl works on me.
Benadryl
so-
work on anybody's kid because
No.
my kids would climb walls
Whiskey.
for 2 hours straight, and then
Whiskey was the
belladonna.
Okay, so you use belladonna. I didn't use that, but the whiskey because my aunt who couldn't be any more sweet tells me, "Oh, just a little bit on the gums." Well, I'm a nurse, so on the gums. And he was fun that night. There was no sleep, there was no
imagine that.
rest, but it was fun.
Well, maybe we need to give him. Oh, that he's in his
Yeah,
30s.
he likes whiskey. He should, yeah.
All right, that's
I
the
just
drink
think
we're
he
getting
doesn't
next
drink
time.
it with us.
Whatever. No, I give my kids those teething tablets, and it would be 1 for mom, 2 for the child.
Is that really true? I mean, can we buy those? Just
It's belladonna. I don't know. Isn't that what like witches give, like kill people? I don't know.
I don't know. I
I'm
haven't-
sure it's like
It's been a day since I've hung out with a witch, so I don't know.
I know. Where are witches?
I know
Are
where
there
they
witches
are.
anymore?
I know
Or
where
is it
they
just
are.
I was gonna go there. I think I held back.
Look at you. You're getting good at this.
Oh, God.
This is like a professional moment. This is like you're nailing this.
I'm bring all the Disney customer service in my bones out to my mouth shut. and-
Have a magical evening.
Yes. Like the 2 fingers. And I wasn't at the parks. I was at the studio. Yes. Claiming that.
Sort of different.
It is different.
But you were at the main campus, were you not?
I was at Burbank, yes.
Burbank? Main campus?
Burbank main campus, main
Yeah.
studio, main campus.
It was fun.
It's been about a century.
Didn't they make you work Christmas Day?
So much there. I want to tell you, everybody that worked there was fantastic. Everybody that was a higher up, like, I guess he turned out to be not the worst for Disney, Eisner,
Yeah, so
but let me tell you, not my favorite. And every time I saw him, he got the old 1 flag salute from me. Every time he drove his Jaguar off the parking. And it was just an internal, I don't like
sad
it.
to hear about a penis size.
Yeah,
Very
you know.
sad. I love Jaguars too. Don't get
I
me
do
wrong.
like
Somebody
Jaguars.
throw me a Jag.
Old Jag. Oh, I saw a new one today.
Did you?
With a very young man.
Really?
A very
He stole it.
dark-skinned young man.
Oh.
I happened to be bopping to my music like I do. And I looked over and there he was. Did he look over? No, but that's okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to
You
go
only
into
need
a
one.
dream sequence there
No,
for a
you only
second.
need 1 for a fantasy.
just like-
You don't need 2. No, but
hallucination time.
oh yeah. Which it brings me to another point. Nobody dances in the car anymore. Do the kids nowadays not know how to have fun? There's no seat dancing. There's
that's
no
not true.
lip singing and flinging of the hair. No guitar or bass, solos anymore. I'm not looking, because when I'm in the car, I'm looking around at everybody.
If you
Usually
drove
being an
up,
ass.
if you drove up on one of your special children and they were going to town and
I'd
not
be so
paying
happy.
attention,
Oh.
You'd be
No,
okay
they have
with
to
it.
pay attention, but at a red light and stuff like that, like nobody's, you don't see the cars moving like in the old days.
Well, they
You
did
always
when we
see,
drove, when we were driving.
no, my kids actually, they still bop.
They-
But I drove all over town this morning, and not one person bopping in the car. And I'm like, is the music not good enough? Or is it the people are
it could
got
be.
sticks up their butts too
No,
much?
it could be that the music sucks.
My music
There's
rocks.
not a lot of good pop. A lot. There's not a lot of pop. It's been dry for a few years, I'm going to say.
You know, I got new pop in my car. I mean,
No, you don't.
Jane Hope is banging.
Is it new?
Yes.
Is it new?
Yes, he just put out a new album. And Stray Kids, going to see them soon. So I'm learning. I'm taking my notes. I'm doing homework. I'm getting the dance moves.
One
down
of those
so that I
Highlands
don't
baby
scout the
teething
sore thumb
tablets
like an
would
old
be
lady
nice
at a
now.
Stray Kids concert. Daughter?
You could do it.
I'm
I've
so excited.
I can't wait for the video. I'm going to have a hat, a cam
my
on
God,
your
I'm so
daughter.
excited.
And
Excited.
I can't wait to see. I'm sad I'm not going now.
I know. And we can get your ticket.
No,
Let's
that's
get your
okay.
ticket.
I want the hat.
They
cam.
are a different type. They're not. I have to tell you, Stays, that I love me a good Stray Kids song. I do,
Okay.
but they don't hit as close to home as my BTS.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's because of my bond with my daughter and how I learned about them, or whether I'm just more poppy. And I think BTS is more pop, and Stray Kids is more hard hitting.
Oh, are they? Yeah. I see. But I've never. I have to say, I'm not blaming the BTS or the K-pop. It just feels so stupid. The K-pop, but I've never been a huge music person anyway. So I love it. I like it. There's favorites. I just have never gone. You know, like baseball carding. You know, like I never knew all the artists. I never knew. You know, it was just that's fun. That was it.
That's the thing. That's what I thought as well. I was like, maybe back, because kids nowadays, they constantly have the music, me with the thes. They have the music in the ears constantly, because it's Spotify, and who doesn't love a good Spotify? You pay once, you can get any song you want, and you make playlists. And who knew that what I listen to pops up on my girls' things?
Yeah.
If I listen to it over and over, they know, because it goes on, I don't know, some sort of rhythm.
That's the one they
biorhythm or
go.
something. Yeah, they're like, why is there a Lemonhead song on
No.
or
Every once in a while, they know the words.
or Rancid?
They know
why
the words.
Is there Rancid on my? Anyway, so I was thinking about it. Maybe they're overwhelmed with music, and so when it comes on in the car, it's just listening to it again. Because I know I don't listen to it all the time. I listen to it when I'm in my car.
Yeah.
I do my work and stuff to podcasts.
Well, I think they probably are on it. They do know all
They know
they
all the
know all the
words.
words. They know all the stuff.
They
It's
know
just
the
that
artists,
I mean, you're not
but
spending quality.
no excitement. There's no cars moving.
We're not spending the time anymore with them because they all drive. They all got their own
Yeah, but I'm looking.
lives, and
And I'm on the same streets as them in the morning and in the afternoon. I look
They
over.
have
I see a handful of
stresses.
kids I know.
they have stresses, and they have reps to maintain. You know,
That's the thing. Are they scared of the reputation?
I would
Is it maybe I gotta wait till they're in their 20s and see them on the streets and then they're bopping?
no.
Not gonna happen.
I don't know, because you go by the boys with the trucks, and I've been by enough of the ones that I know, and I go, they got it up loud and proud.
They've got it loud, but
They've got it
you
loud
don't
and
see them
proud.
moving. Although I don't expect a boy to move,
No.
but I usually expect a car full of girls on a Friday night to have that car moving
Bouncing.
to them all doing their TikTok dance or whatever to it, and I'm not seeing it, and it's
They don't
saddening.
go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere.
They don't go
That's
anywhere.
what's sad. Is
There's
the
nowhere to
community? I'm
go.
blaming it on the old people, not us. You.
No.
You there you are.
That you.
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 Can't even get to you. You. It's not us. Because I want more things to happen in the community for these kids. The ages from like 16 to 21 have nothing. And then 21 on has like 2. And the bars are just bars, which families can go to. So
Not even that many bars.
yeah, it's not like a hooligans where it had like a little dancing area. Not hula hands. They're hula hands.
Mm-hmm.
Hula hands, or like back in the day, Fridays, they'd have a little stage and like a dancing area. And then they had the bar in the restaurant. So at least you could have some fun over here, and the families wouldn't want to be over there because you're drunk and drinking and you're walking out with toilet paper on your feet.
There's a few places,
And-
but old people make it uncool, I think. I think that's the biggest thing is that, they like nobody retired. All of the people that there's too many old folks, too many boomers that go and
Well, okay,
Yeah.
I'm
it's
kind
pretty
of-
uncool. Just
I'm mad at the boomers.
just the boomers.
I'm mad at the boomers. Yeah.
Why are you mad at me? Tell me.
No. You're Gen X. Don't
Tell
fucking
me.
fool me.
Tell
You're
me.
Gen X. You're the last year of the boomers.
No.
I don't consider you a boomer.
Tell me in my generation how we can make you feel better.
Well, they're down on they're like, you can't have anything going on in town because that'll bring the hoodlums. Whatever.
They suck.
Hoodlums are cute too.
Yeah. But
Hoodlums have parents. Hoodlums need to go out too. And
these
that's
are the
life.
same people. These are the same people that sit home and are commenting on Neighbors app. They're not really the ones that are out there being bothered by anybody doing anything. This is what makes sense to
Can we
me.
get me started on a little political thing? I'm going there.
At this point, I would like everyone to go get some popcorn and a drink, or maybe wash your clothes. Anything, maybe cook a turkey. Anything, save yourself.
Schools with metal detectors. I'm going to say right now, against it. The fact that I tell my children when they were in kindergarten, here's the plan. When you
they were putting metal detectors, we wanted to give all the kids like copper bracelets
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, just to
it didn't even need to. It didn't work. But here's the deal.
all the underwire bras are going off everywhere.
All the piercings. But
The girl did. She said that. She said they had to close it. They got something. What did she say? Like 400 or 500 in. I know we've got like 3,000 in school or something. And she said everybody would be late, so they had to close it down. They couldn't use it.
it is a neighboring school doing a rollout, and they're trying to bring it into all the schools. Here's the deal. You make kids feel like inmates. When they go to juvie, it's nothing different. It's not a punishment. It's like another day at school. Here's another thing. I told my kids how to deal with a school shooting when they were in kindergarten. The fact that you don't want to have that conversation with your child doesn't mean my child has to go to school in a prison because you don't want to have that uncomfortable talk. I'm saying it. If somebody wants to get into the school, they're going to get into the school. I can tell you as an old, fat, fucking 55-year-old, I can get in the fucking school 3 different ways other than the front that they put in. And I
want
can
the
tell
video.
you that, I know it would be a pretty video, but I'd get in. And I can also tell you that, that whole ID thing, all the boys were going in with their Dave and Buster's cards.
Oh, I know.
Okay?
I know.
So
That was
it's
funny.
only as good as the person standing there. Metal detectors, they have 3D weapons right now. People make weapons on a 3D printer, which isn't picked up by a metal detector. So it's a false sense of security. Why don't you teach your kids, or maybe the school should teach the kids the proper way of don't run into a wall, don't follow everybody, don't run towards bullets, get down low. How about we have the real conversations that need to happen instead of the false sense of security cover your ass thing that the schools do and the parents follow suit. Let's make the fences taller because nobody's going to get in because that crackhead who's amped up on coke and crack and fentanyl could never scale a fence of 6 feet. God forbid.
I saw my first zombie.
Zombies can scale fences.
No, that
better
one
than
wasn't going anywhere.
anyone.
That was the one that was just like this.
Oh, they go slow, but they
Just-
get over it.
It was, I have to say, I was impressed. Like, if she had a staring contest, she'd win. She didn't blink. She was just standing there. I was like, that is amazing. I don't know why it's fun, but that was amazing. I agree with you. Let's teach them younger.
And the posts on these things and the fake sheriff that's in there doing his publicity, like this is a great thing. Yeah, I'm over it. It's ridiculous. You're making the good kids feel like criminals on a daily basis. Gone are the days of the beautiful patios where the kids could have lunch. Now the kids are inside in an air-conditioned hellhole that's 3 stories tall. They're sitting next to garbage cans because there's not enough seating in the hallways.
How did that one school get
Ridiculous.
that beautiful patio? That was a public school.
They had a lot. I want to say that's
But that was a public
that.
school.
Yeah, whoever did that one.
I'm pretty sure they'll close that shit down if anybody complains about it. But
that was outside by the track, and that was
Yeah.
nice. But remember, I mean, Gables had a building, and then you'd have a like a garden area
Yeah.
where you could sit and eat, and then it'd be the next hallway. Then there'd be a garden area where you could sit and eat or converse or have a class out if it was a beautiful day. Then it'd be another hallway.
Yeah.
It wasn't 3 stories, of which I still don't understand how somebody's supposed to get out of a shooting thing when there's 2 sets of stairs. You just hope there's not 2 shooters. I don't understand it. So that was deemed safe in the building of it, and these are brand new schools. I don't comprehend. I don't understand where they're going, and I hate all the old people, especially the Yankees. I'm saying it.
Ooh,
I
yes.
hate all the old people that applaud it without knowing
they don't-
what's
yeah.
going on in school.
No.
Go to school. Be the one that tackles that person, because I've been that person that tackled the intruder with the smallest teacher
Yeah.
in the elementary school. Be that person. Be the one that volunteers and understand how this school system works. Be the one that tells your kids and grandkids what the reality of life is, whether it's an uncomfortable conversation or not. Give them a plan of action.
Be friends with the bully.
Oh, tell the bully to use it for good and not evil. How about that? Get to know your police department because they do a good job. How about just the security system that hangs around the teachers' necks? That's a good idea.
Don't
That was
complain.
great.
Don't complain when the policeman comes and takes a problem away.
Yes. And you know what?
That would
If
be
somebody
nice.
gets kicked out of 3
That would
schools,
be
maybe
nice.
they shouldn't be in school sports.
How? Yes.
But then I go, maybe that's the only thing that makes it good. Like,
No.
but
No.
you should be able to evaluate on a one-to-one basis if that person's been thrown out of quite a few schools and they're playing sports and they're angry and they're yelling at everybody involved in the game. Maybe that doesn't.
I think there was a lot going on there.
I feel
And
bad.
As
Maybe the system has
and as a
not helped that one.
non-religious, extremely religious, non-conforming person, I'd like her to get lots of tries, but in the right places.
Amazingly
which is people
talented.
who are trained,
Professional.
trained professionals with the right people. And there are places like that. If there aren't places like that here, please let somebody know. We'll raise the money and make it. That's what I say.
They should have.
So if it's not here, because we don't, that's the biggest thing about people is you don't know what the community needs until somebody says, hey, we've got 15 of these people that are done the same stupid thing. Well, what do we need? Let's fix it. They never do that. They just.
I'm going to tell you also that the children that we're bringing up, mine included, have a problem with speaking up. And I know I did in high school. I didn't have the backbone to stand up to people. And I'm not saying to bullies or anything like that. What I'm saying is, you've got a class that's not hitting correctly. This generation doesn't know either state that or send an email to that professor and say, this is unclear. Because if nobody speaks up, nobody knows it's a problem.
Oh, you're talking about like when they give work and it's undirected work. It's just.
I mean, it's unclear to everybody, but they do it, and I get it because that's really. I see that in adoption process. I see that in the divorce process. I see that with the veteran process. I see that so much. You go through it yourself. You get through it. Then you're too tired to make recommendations or tell people what the problem is. But I think more of that needs to happen because I think there's a lot of problems that are just sliding through and nobody's speaking of them.
Again, that's why the sociopaths always win. You know
That
what?
was a long rant.
But meanwhile, they're not having any fun. And when they are having fun, they don't know it.
I wish
they're still looking for the next mark. So.
I always wish for people to have fun, stay healthy and have fun, and to have enough money to have that fun. Be great. But I fear that these kids don't have as much fun as used to. And it's just false. It's not like in our day, we had guys that had trucks that had guns in the back of and I was in a city, okay? And they would have guns for their hunting and stuff like that. Never came into the school. Want to know why? Good upbringing. Parents slapped them around, told them what was right and what was wrong. Maybe slapped too much. I don't know. I'm sure there was. But the thing is that there has to be consequence and there has to be good upbringing. If you just let the schools do it, you're going to be sadly let down. And maybe that's why we've got a whole bunch of bell tower people. I don't know the answers, but I know what I don't like seeing, and that's kids going to school in a prison. And somebody made the remark, it's not a prison when you go to the theme parks and they scan you. It's not a prison when you go to the airports. I don't go to the airport every day. I don't go to the theme park every day. I'd love to go to a theme park every day. And in which case, maybe I'd reevaluate whether I felt. Oh, quite a few. Why are you complaining that it's like a prison when theme parks and airports have metal detectors?
To tell you the truth, I don't want them there. And so I think that, again, it's another false sense of security.
It is.
It's there the same as it is anywhere else.
I can guarantee I've been into how many theme parks with what I carry.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's a shakedown every time. Back to the car 3 times. Did you check your underwear?
I know. I always have weapons. Always prepared. Hate to kick myself after. That's the words I live by. I don't want to have to kick myself after for something I should have done. Good lesson for me. When I'm kicking myself, I don't like that. And I don't want it to ever happen with my girls involved or my family.
Yeah.
So that's that.
They have finished with the punishment phase of the podcast. Catch them now in their true habitat of a lot about nothing. Nothing but fun, that is.
All right, so what we're going to talk about next is a 10 out of 10. You know, when we talk about fun, there's so few things in life now. Actually, there's a lot more things for us to do than there are for the younger kids to do. We've got...
Well, I invited them.
No, but we've got like bars.
And
maybe you can have auctions.
Maybe we'll make it happen next year. Because that would be fun.
They've got like Dirty Bingo. They've got like the auctions where they bring their garage sale items and they auction off at a bar. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of it. There's like farmers markets and stuff. There's more for, like farmers market with drinking things that we haven't done yet. But yeah, there's a lot more for us to do than there are for the kids that are high school age to 21.
It's the effing boomers. I
wouldn't say it's the Gen Xers. Stuff. Because that girl that planned this thing was a Gen Xer.
Yeah, you might be right. I stand corrected.
Yeah, I think it's Gen Xers. Yep. I think we're the ones that still don't want to. We don't want to grow up.
That's true.
I don't want to grow up. In my head, I've got, I think I put this on a post. It was like, got the body of a 100-year-old.
And I do have
I've got the mind of a 12-year-old.
I will say.
Parts are still funny.
Gen Xers are cosplay before cosplay.
We always have a theme.
There is always a theme.
There's always a theme.
Bad t-shirts is our theme today.
Oh, Edna. I live Edna. And hey, capybaras with UFOs, we live that too. We're going to go see capybaras. I'm sorry, it's just happening. It's happening.
Got the time off. I'm excited.
It's happening.
Yeah. Is Shmamey?
No.
I was like, thank God I didn't buy the ticket for her. I was like, oh shit.
I might need to go.
Yeah, she can go with it. Well,
no, it's going to be difficult.
I'll tell you what, if the Wonder Child backs out, she can go.
I don't think he's going to back out because he knows a good time.
I don't think so. I think
he knows a good time.
Yeah, I think he's ready for a bit of a vacay, even if it's with us. Which we're more fun.
Which means we're not going to be able to drink because Mike's going and your kid's going. They hate seeing us together drinking. But if we leave them when they fall asleep, not like get obliterated either. They just don't know how to barkeep.
No, it was okay. This all falls back really to one time.
Yeah.
And I was loud. I have to admit, I was having
loud.
I don't think we had drank like in 2 years.
I know.
Because it's kid stuff. Your kids were littler, and mine was at that real fun, judgy age. And
my kids were already judging by.
And so that's really where it stems from. So,
but I think very upset with us. We were at Disney downtown or Disney Springs or whatever, and we were in Starbucks. And I may have said an inappropriate joke, and then we may have commented one too many times to the young man behind the counter. He was laughing.
Yeah.
They were embarrassed of it. Life. Get over it. Now they don't get embarrassed as much.
We were loud. It was just to ourselves.
It continued into the sunglass store.
There was no fights, no fist thrown, no. It was literally just like, and we stopped within 10 minutes because we got the. It's like
no fun when
first drink in 5 years. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we had eaten bongos, hadn't we?
That was so good. I miss that bongos.
Gloria,
I miss it.
Gloria, Stefan, bring back the.
We don't need another musician. You could have set that one up at another restaurant.
You know
Saying.
what? I love Gloria Estefan.
Yeah, me
She's
too.
awesome. She has continued with time. And let me tell you, her daughter, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
She's a great musician. She's like a percussionist. Amazing.
Yeah, no.
Look her up.
It's all good, but I'd rather the restaurant.
I do want the restaurant.
I'd
I
rather
want the restaurant back. I don't think it was
need
her
another good
decision.
musician.
Or I think it was like a mutual. I think Disney wanted something new in there, but they brought the same thing, but it was like a fusion Spanish food. It doesn't hit. It's being all trendy. It doesn't hit. It's very mid. My kids are embarrassed that I said. Mom. All right, back to what we were talking about.
So anyway, what did I'm
So
gonna?
it was a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. They have them all
we
over.
didn't even say what it
apparently.
was.
So you've got to find it in your area. Okay. It is. What is it, Mitch?
That's my favorite picture.
It's me.
It's
me.
It's a roper romp.
Okay. For those of you that are too young, which I'm sure we have none, it is where you dress up as Three's Company's Helen Roper. Mr. Roper and Mrs. Roper were characters in the Three's Company sitcom.
Those chicks are hot.
Oh my God, so much fun. So bright. The colors are amazing. I'm in full jeans underneath.
You're such a dork.
Because you just never know.
Such a
I'm
dork.
always ready for an earthquake.
You didn't have pockets. I need my jeans.
I know. I need to find it.
I
I know
wore-
I had a caftan
I
with
wore
pockets.
I had pockets,
Did
but
you have pockets in yours?
I did. They're just the workout pants, and
Well, I have my pockets under, and I've got my Vans on, which are quite sexy. Anyway, can't give up the Vans for it's comfort. It's comfort. Anyway, Roper Romp. This one is a second annual in DeLand. It was put on by a nice, gentle lady called I don't know. Anyway, she did a wonderful job. This area of DeLand has almost like an alleyway with several bars on it, and then the main street has additional bars. And all it was everybody shows up dressed like Mrs. Roper, who was known for her caftans, her red, strawberry blondish, tight curled hairdo, and she always had big accessories. And in a matter of minutes, this town went from 0
I'm just
to
saying,
hundreds.
this chick right here, I don't know
so
if you can see
fun.
the arrow, is having a good time.
She had a great time. Okay, but the thing is, and Maine brought this up before, is that it was so fun because nobody could whore it up.
Nobody
Like,
hoarded up.
You
Nobody.
can't. There's no way of whoring up a caftan.
Even
Even the pretty girls had beautiful caftans. Still, it was a look that everybody shared.
this was just getting started too. By the end of the night, there was many people, but this was
And the only rule was when you found a matching caftan, you had to take a picture with those people. Hence this
your
picture.
twins. Find your twins.
And his beard matched with his beads.
His beard matched my beard.
And it was just so you can see it was a unisex outing.
Anybody who identified with Helen
Was Helen. And oh my gosh, so fun. Every time we'd go to a bar, when any one of us would walk in, it was Helen! And then everybody would laugh. And then sometimes you'd sing We've Been Waiting for You, which is the theme song. And some people pulled this off like no one's business. Look at this man. Loved everything about him. And his sneakers matched his caftan. Hello, please. Loved him. Everybody was there for fun. It was like no politics. It was no.
the Beagle.
Nobody felt
Everybody had some good stuff. It was fun.
too old, too young. Everybody was there to have fun. Nobody got too stinking drunk. Well, there were a lot of stinking drunk people.
Do you know what this picture reminds me of? I walked in one time. I don't know if it was I was bored that night or somebody sent me in to look for somebody. And there used to be a little bar that Mr. Praker went to.
Oh yeah.
And so it was a very
In
dark
Miami.
in Miami way back in the 70s. And it was just an old neighborhood bar and it was very dark and I walked in and it's kind of what it reminded me of. I'm like,
I'm loving this. Look at this. Look at this.
they're not gonna see that, honey.
Oh.
You can use the mouth. You
Oh.
can use the mouth. No,
Oh.
you can't.
Okay.
See, you can see the mouse. Maybe
That's-
I can highlight it.
Well, it's just, we can't even mix her name because it starts with a sh. Schmanin. That's Schmanin.
Yeah. Port Orange.
Dishing. She's dishing. She's judging somebody right there.
That's Port Orange.
And I look like I smelled something bad, but my 11 is getting deep. I could hold a damn straw in that shit. But it was funny when people started getting drunk, they couldn't find their friends because everybody looked the same. Everybody.
Yeah, there was just nothing but fun. There was I couldn't tell you who was from up north, who was from down south. I couldn't tell you who was
30
right
and
or
who was
left
80.
or up or down. I couldn't tell
was
you
a
who
man
was
sometimes or
gay,
who
who
was a
wasn't
woman.
gay.
There was
I
a
didn't give
couple we
shit.
had no clue whether
I
they
didn't
were
give a
women
shit.
or men.
I was sitting on people's laps. I
And the
didn't care.
bartenders couldn't hold tabs because they couldn't tell whose tab was whose. Oh, it was such a good time. And it was a good group of ladies. I would say predominantly Gen X.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
and then ready for fun. And then some men folk. And we had a man who played Mr. Roper, and he had a plunger. It was quite funny. And it was just a really decent, good time. I mean, as far as you could see, we're redheads. What was hilarious was also that people would look at our group and they'd be like, "What are these, Lucy's?" And you're like, "No, really not." And then, what are they? Mimi's from Drew Carey? Oh, you got this on tape? Are you kidding me? Oh! Look at that flower. It was a good time. Jesus, man, you can't be trusted. You never sent that to me either. Whore. You're a whore.
That's just for my pleasure now, for yours.
Okay, now look at these ladies here. They have a gnome walk. Like, this was a roper romp. They have a gnome walk.
I have the card.
We are
right
intrigued.
There. I have the card.
And we
right
may
there.
attend, and that will be a future outing. But I wish every weekend was this fun. I really do.
I wish people were like this.
It
without
would be
the outfit.
nice.
Like, oh my God, you're wearing jeans today.
Yay. Like, everybody, you walk in and like, Helen.
Oh, there it is.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I didn't turn it upside down.
I even
but that's
got
it.
invited to be part of the Aloha Caftan Society, which made me feel special. I'm not going to lie. But Gnome Walk, they say they even do it in Helen, Georgia. And I have had, since I posted, I have friends in California.
I'm so techie.
You are so techie. I have friends in California that said that the Roper Romp did for them was in like a parade. And so I just search your Facebooks. Start it if you have a little area that's got bars near each other. That's the obligatory end of. Oh no, that's not the obligatory.
Yeah,
that was the end of the night. We still looked good. And and then where's the obligatory end?
Oh, there it is.
Oh wow, my wig had stopped.
We're toasted there.
Well, I was driving.
But you were driving.
There it is. There's the obligatory go to Waffle House and have a picture in their security camera. Look how little you look. You look like a little girl.
Call me Annie.
Yes, you look good. You're pulling it.
Yeah, some people were taking their stuff off by the end of it.
And I was like, no.
Those are the sloppy drunks.
Yeah. Well,
we're pros.
Yeah, we're pros. It's just, it is what it is. Is that where the... Yeah.
So good time for all.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Look it up. Roper Romp.
Just fun.
They're all over. And you know what? If you don't have one in your neighborhood, the wig came with a necklace, earrings, and glasses for like $17 to $19 on Amazon.
Mine was $19.99. It had all of that.
And caftans.
If you don't have one, you suck.
Caftans over the age. If you're over the age of 30, you should own at least one caftan to begin with, anyway, because nobody wants to see all that shit at the beach. I'm gonna save you and your judgy kids. Go get a caftan. Jessica Simpson's been wearing them since she was 20. Rachel Zoe has been wearing them forever.
Me and
they are
Jessica.
awesome. The scale of what they look like what the patterns are 1 to 100.
You
I
can
mean,
go
really.
native, or you can go
There was-
island, or you can go.
There was one lady who had a beautiful black and blue
Oriental.
one. And
She was a little. She was the edge.
She was the edge.
She was the edge where she
beautiful.
might have been a little bit too fancy.
She was right there. I mean, gorgeous, young.
Did well.
Had a boyfriend that
And she was young. Yeah.
that had the T-shirt of Mr. Roper on,
Yeah.
so he tried a little bit, which we applaud.
Mhm.
And he was there by her side to hold her hair back when she puked. No, I'm just saying she didn't do that. But she looked beautiful. She was on the prettier side, not the so comic side.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
yeah, of course. And but start it up in your neighborhood if you've got a little area where you can go from bar to bar. I mean, all it
Well, I
takes
think we
is
need
a
to.
couple of.
So.
Let's take it off of that one. It's pretty cute.
Well, no.
Oh, you
I
don't have it on. Okay,
I
good.
turned it off.
Okay, I'm still looking at that.
Well, I kind of worried how far I went. What the next picture was. I didn't know how far. Because because I don't think everybody wants me.
Oh, who knows what's on it?
I don't know what's on there. So
But-
anyway, so then I think I was
How many
telling Princess Diana that she's the original cosplay, not her daughter.
It's true. And you know what? Man. Mouth. French man.
I offered.
Okay.
It was a big no, dog.
next year we're taking a whole bunch. We may even take the children.
Yeah. I
Because-
tried to get them to go. I thought it would be adorable.
Because it was, and
I
how many
tried-
bars do you think it was?
I tried 1
8?
and 2. I tried 2 and Friend. I did try
Wonder
to set that
Child.
up, but then we would probably not have been quite as
Yeah.
stupid.
It
Had
was-
as much stupid fun.
Oh my God. One lady fell out of her seat and her wig and her glasses came off. Consecutive motion. It was fantastic. This is the same woman.
Wasn't me.
This is the same woman
Wasn't me.
that had a friend that was talking to us about something, and she turned to her friend and said, "They don't fucking care." And this lady had to be of our age or older, and she was just telling her friend straight up, "They've lost interest. Get to the details, lady." And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic group of people.
So, like, what are there other things like this? I know we did the Florida man, because it's you go Florida man dress.
Yeah, you do dress.
You dress
kind
a
of
bit,
theme.
a little bit. But are there other ones? I don't even know if there's other ones. What's the other ones?
Oh, I don't. I think
I want to
we
go to
can
one of those banana hammock games. That's the next I want to do.
banana.
I don't know.
Oh, Savannah banana.
Savannah bananas.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, they look so much fun.
They're getting big too.
They're getting
though.
so big that the prices are getting out.
Oh,
Prices
wow.
used to be cheap, and now they're lottery system because everybody wants to go. They actually filled up a real baseball stadium.
I thought
But
that's
still
why we
want to
might.
go.
I thought that's why maybe we could get in it, but no.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, we should try if they come to town.
Yeah.
Because I support them 100%. If you don't know what Savannah
Just looks-
bananas are,
That looks
and if
fun.
you've got a boy or if you've got a family that likes sports, oh my gosh, they
Men
just
in-
have fun.
Men in tight pants.
Man, not a bad look. There's got to be more. If they're doing a
What?
gnome walk, then there's got to be more.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Maybe we
I'll
should
figure it
start
out.
like a different one each month.
That might be.
We could do
scary
like
here.
Gilligan's Island.
have
do
bike week.
ginger.
We have
do
bike
ginger.
week. Yeah, that would be fun. But you know what? They'll
ginger
slutty that
crawl.
shit up.
Oh, they will. But that's okay. Well, then what do we do, Marianne? That'll slutty it up too.
No.
We do Mrs. The old lady, the rich old lady.
Mr. and Mrs. Hollis.
Who? All right, I'm looking it up. Pause, please. No. Let's see. What was it? It was like who?
It would be Mrs.
Huygens. We could do a
Hollandale.
Mrs. Huygens.
Oh, Wiggins would be fun, but that's too much like that. Other one. Howell. Mrs. Howell.
It's Mrs. Howell.
Is that was supposed to be in a form of a question? Would that be Mrs. Howell?
It would be fun just to do the Gilligan's Island and everybody come as a
I'll tell you
whatever
what.
character they want because the boys could be Gilligans or Skippers or professors or the girls could
No,
be
that would be-
Ginger.
no, that would be
That'd
fun.
be so fun.
That would be fun. I didn't see one Chrissy. I was a little disappointed. I
I
thought for
there'd be
sure.
a Chrissy too,
I thought
which
there-
is
I
the
know it's-
blonde Suzanne Summers bombshell.
I know it's wrong, but I'm glad they didn't. But I did kind of
I did. I think my most favorite thing is being in the bars and everybody yelling when somebody came through the door. I don't know if it's too much Cheers watching where everybody yells Norm or what, but I absolutely enjoyed it, and I don't think I was the only one because everybody did it.
It was a good time.
And it was funny to see. Oh my gosh, when we first got there was a man who had tied one on already. We're gonna leave it there, and he was in the kind of black kind of. He's younger than me, but he had like the punk rock kind of kind of attire on with the greased do.
He didn't come for the event.
No, did not come from the event. I'm not sure if he came from the bathroom or came from having a cigarette outside, but he came in a different entrance. And apparently when he left his table, there were no ropers in there.
Yeah.
When he came back, it was as if he had gone through a portal. I watched his face lose all coloring and his eyes get big. And he looked at me and he goes, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I said, honey, it's 1985. Are you okay? And the couple that were behind him at a different table were just crying, laughing because they saw it all happen and they knew exactly what was going on. And
everybody got there. It was like 6 o'clock and everybody showed up.
Yeah, it was like an influx, like as if everybody's waiting in the cars. And he really, he knew he drank too much. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know if he had entered a portal. He was unclear. He actually sat down, then stood back up. And I believe either talked to you or Lady Di and said, I just don't know what's going on.
I just don't.
So those kind of things were hilarious. Oh,
and then we're like, it's a roper. He didn't know what that was.
Young.
And it didn't matter. He walked away. He walked away confused and befuddled.
We had a van full of foreign exchange students that also had a look on their face that were unclear as to what American society they had walked into.
Because it was like, basically there's this road and it's like an alley. It's an old cobblestone. Is it cobblestone? It's not. But cobblestone sideways.
The feeling of cobblestone.
And along there is restaurants and bars. And it's not very long. It's like a city block.
Yeah.
And then on the main street, there's a whole bunch of restaurants and bars and stuff. But if you walk down there, the whole road was just these crazy, stupid women walking around in the same exact outfit and
glasses and jewelry.
If you didn't know, you'd be like, circus in town? What's going on?
It was like, what are they? Flash mob. It was like a flash mob of Mrs. Ropers.
So it was good.
But fantastic. Please do it in your area. Make this a thing because I would go to it every weekend for some time and then it'd probably get old. But every weekend it would give me something pleasurable to do because I have the Afghans. I've got quite a few.
You have enough.
And I've got the glasses because that's the kind I wear anyway. And I found my jewelry that I apparently have that as well.
Well,
so this is right up my alley. So
we're going to have to investigate some more fun stuff.
ROPER ROMP. Look it up on your Facebook. That's how I found it in our area. I'm hoping there'll be more. I know that I got friends in Los Angeles that said they were out there in Glendale.
You lost all your fucks. You lost you got rid of all your little bits of Jesus.
I travel with a pocket full of little.
You were busy that night.
This,
yeah,
like little figurines and stuff that I've gotten from probably this one for Christmas and birthday, and I keep them in my. It started with the fucks.
Yeah,
she found wooden fucks. They're like little, which I probably have one in my pocket. They're like, little wooden.
Yeah,
the word of fuck.
It's really supposed to be. It's a jar of. It's a jar of F's, and you're just supposed to make so you always have.
Yeah,
but Colleen gives them out, and because people need it.
Yeah, it makes people happy, and that's all it
does.
is.
It does.
And so then it went from fucks to
so
ducks.
Happy. Kids love it. Oh my God, the girl at Waffle House, it was like her birthday.
I know. They had nothing to do after we were all dressed in our garb and
they
were high school.
They didn't know what it was either.
Boys.
They'd never heard of it.
They'd never heard of Roper.
Yeah.
And they were there having nothing to do because there's nothing for those kids to do.
We gave them something to do.
And so we gave them something to talk about because Mame said she knew their father.
I did. I walked up to the boy and there was like 6 of them at 3 and 3 or 4.
They were making fun of us when we walked in.
Yeah, so I walked up to the boy and I went, hey, tell your dad I say hey. And I'm in the outfit. The boy went like this, and all the friends cracked up.
And then the girl came over and she's like, I'm bored. And she sat with us or stood with us.
Yeah, she
And so I gave her out of my pocket. I have, okay, so it went from fucks. I've got fucks. I've got ducks, the little teeny ducks.
Little tiny ones.
I've got F-bombs. I've got little Jesus, because everybody needs a little Jesus.
Everybody needs a little Jesus.
I've got little Jesus in blue garb and little Jesus in white garb.
You may be going to hell.
I've got potatoes with little faces on them. I've got capybaras, which I give very infrequently because I hate giving them up because I love them so much.
Don't give them up.
And I've
need
got
those.
UFOs. I've got mushrooms. All these like little trinkets. And when I go to functions like this, I fill it up because the bartenders. I've got little liquor bottles, and I've got little fish in bags, like you get from a carnival.
That poke you in your butt.
That poke me very hard, so I give a little. But whenever anybody looks like they're having a tough day, or when a mom can't restrain the kid's going crazy or whatever, I'll pull this out of my pocket and give it to them. Then they think they're laced with fentanyl. They tell their child not to touch it. No, I'm just joking. It usually works, and it usually, like the bartenders, I give little bottles, and on the check and stuff like that. It's just a little something that people can talk about.
We're not showing our boobs anymore. We should give those good people something.
Yes, since we can't flash them anymore. Well, we can. It's just whether they're going to appreciate it or not. And I'm going to say that.
I'll tell you what. I'm probably more proud to flash my boobies now than I ever was
Not me.
as a young person. Because I was like always this with your peoples. I'd be like,
when you're strapped for cash and you need to get into a club, you do what you need to do. I'm not saying I did that. I'm saying
$20,
something else may have happened.
$20 was expensive. And after 3 or 4 of them showing their boobs, I'd be, there's my 20. Shit.
You were the only one working and getting any money whatsoever.
Take that.
Make good life choices.
No. I kind of doubt that.
I doubt
that so much right now.
She would go out with us in LA, and we'd be a line of us, and the bouncer would be some old horny guy or whatever, and you either had to pay or you had to pay. And so the first one would come up, and the first person would hug.
You would have gotten in free anyway, but it was just fun.
And the bodyguard would be like, in.
They get in anyway.
And we'd get in and start our night.
Stupid girls.
Like, you were getting fondled no matter where you were.
And this is what you're missing.
You're in the 20s.
This is the things that you're missing. You're saying that the kids are missing out on.
Being groped and enjoying it. I remember being on the dance floor, and guys would just come up and like honk your boobs to see if they're real or not, because I did have a glow in the dark bra on, and it was black light. But
everybody wore bras then.
It was way back when.
You get anybody under 200, and they may not know that. So
200 pounds? Or
no, 200 years old.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know. People.
Nobody was fat back then.
Nobody was fat back then.
Nobody was fat. The people I thought were fat. We're not fat.
People at the bars weren't anyway, wearing bras fat. No,
Which
we
is
didn't have
another
that.
thing.
And I don't want to shame anybody, but
can we bring up what's on TV right now? Can we do that?
I have made this part easier to view. Please feel free to use any content you want here, as it was almost incomprehensible anyway.
Christmas Tree Farm.
nobody cares.
Nobody fucking cares.
No, I'm just kidding. I just timing is everything.